guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by Always More Sims here on YouTube, and today we are doing the outside and like the building of the house for my Beauty and the Beast generation of my Disney Legacy Challenge. I said in the last part that the house would be going up today, and well, the house is, but it is unfurnished. I have not had the chance yet to actually furnish this house. I built it about a week ago actually, and I literally have not had time to furnish it. I am playing Life is Strange Before the Storm on my gaming channel. That takes up a lot of time. This past week I was doing a bunch of stuff for the shelter that I volunteer at, so it's just been really busy. I don't really know when I'm going to get the furnishing posted. We'll just have to see how that works. I might post that, I don't know, I might kind of rework the schedule somehow. I don't know. The furnishing will be up. It won't be next week because we have cottage living. Exciting. But it'll be out sometime soon. Sometime within the next month. I don't know if the furnishing will actually end up going up before our next part of Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to try and work it out that way, but I don't know if it will work out that way. We will see. But basically this house is called Majestic Mediterranean. I wanted a house style that matched the world. Also, my computer is ready to take off because I actually have the game open. I was literally, this video goes up tomorrow. I was going to try and furnish it and put edit the video and then voiceover all in one night, and I have to be up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow. I was planning on doing this, but I was no. So I'm still probably going to end up furnishing some of it tonight while I have it open. But again, you guys won't see the furnishing for a while. But anyways, yeah, this is Majestic Mediterranean. The world that Starlight Shores, which is where we are, is based off of is LA, Los Angeles. And Los Angeles tends to have, California just kind of in general, tends to have some more Mediterranean style homes. At least from what I've seen. So that's kind of what I was going for here. I don't know how well I achieved that. I don't think it looks super Mediterranean. I want to put stone in my houses more, but I just feel like there are very few colors that look natural in the stone. And sitting here, I'm looking at the house, not the speedboat, but looking at the house itself, I still think it doesn't, I don't think it looks natural in the slightest. I think from a distance it looks fine, but looking at it, I'm still not very happy with the colors. I also do have since this is a house that I'm going to be, I know I'm going to be playing in, I have, I'm not going to hold back as much on store content, custom content. I have a custom content 3-tile garage installed, and I have used that in this house. We have a 4-tile garage, and then we have a little 3-tile garage. It's on the side, and I'm still gonna I doubt I'm gonna use too much custom content, store content, because I know how frustrating it can be to download a house and not have that installed. But I'm not going to restrain myself as much as I tend to. I actually do quite like the more landscaping of the house. I do think it does fit Starlight Shores. It does not fit the piece of junk house that is next door to us. I'm spinning around and looking at the house. That's why you can probably hear my mouse. But there's just this piece of junk house next door to us, but don't really match. I still want to try and put a hot tub in the back. I was originally going to try and put a pool, but I think it's a little too cramped for that, so I'm going to put a hot tub in or something. But I really like how the back turned out, and you guys will see it later. I have this little like plant that's kind of in the middle of like the walkway that I think I might replace with a fountain if I remember to. I might actually, no, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm doing a voiceover. But yeah, I hope I sound better. Other than like occasionally clearing my throat, I hope I sound better. It's pretty much, I don't really have it anymore. I only start coughing when I talk about it. See, like I have to clear my throat, and like I occasionally will get like these little coughs. But other than that, I'm pretty much over whatever the heck we had. I just had like a head cold. There was one day that was really bad for me. That like I was dizzy, I was nauseous, I had like the head cold, like my sinuses were kind of acting up. And I only had that for literally one day. And the next day I had some dizziness, and then like the head cold, and then the next day it was just the head cold. So I had it for one day, and then my parents have had it, but they, like my dad has had the dizziness really bad, and my mom's had the nausea really bad. And it's not the virus, but my grandpa does live with us, and we think he might have caught it, even though like we basically like quarantined him to our like the basement, which is where my grandpa lives, because our basement, and like we moved into the house with it like this. It's basically like a little like kitchenette, like it's like a little apartment basically. Like it's got a kitchenette in it, and it's got its own bathroom, its bedroom, there's like a little living room area. There's actually technically 2 bedrooms downstairs, but we use one of them as like our storage room. So that's where my grandpa lives. And even though we've been trying like really hard to like keep it from him, he still apparently has caught it. And so about a week ago, it was it's a Sunday for me. This goes up tomorrow. But last Saturday, my uncle lives like 45 minutes out of town, and he came to town to see my grandpa, and we warned him, we're like, just letting you know, he's in kind of rough shape. And so my uncle, like, he came into the house wearing a mask, which like I totally get it. I wouldn't want to catch whatever the heck has been going around here either. But he goes downstairs and like he takes one look at my grandpa, and he's like, we're going to the hospital. And see, I'm the only one that has actually like really been leaving the house. I'm using safety precautions, but I've been the only one that's really been leaving. Like I go and run errands. Now that like my parents are getting their appetites back, like I go and like get food, stuff like that. Like I've still been, one of my families has like taken a break basically from me for like the last week and a half, which I get. But then like one of my other families has been like, no, we still kind of need you, as long as like you're, you know, washing your hands and like wiping down things after you're messing with it. I'm like, yep. So I've still been like kind of working, and again I've been helping out at the shelter a lot, and so like I'm still like out and about. But at the same time, like, it's just enough that I haven't been around my grandpa very much. And I feel awful that, like, he basically got to the state where he's still in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for just over a week now. They tested him, came back negative. He doesn't have the virus. I don't know if YouTube is, like, weird. Like, for a while I wasn't letting people say it, but now I don't know if they're letting me. I don't know. I'm still gonna keep calling it the virus. But he tested negative, but he's having like a really hard time breathing, and my grandpa has a heart aneurysm, so he is still in the hospital because like his oxygen gets better, and then it gets like really low again, and then it gets better, and then it gets really low. So try not to think about that stresses me out. Fingers crossed that he is doing okay. I mean, speaking of shelter, I have a foster right now. It's not a puppy. We don't know how old he is. His name is Simon. Simon came from a hoarding case. He was one of 150 dogs. He and his 3 brothers were all rescued. And I hate how loud my computer is. I am so like self-conscious of it, especially when I'm like editing things back and like I can just hear the computer. I'm like, it's so loud. But unfortunately, like the only place I can put the computer, like where I have space to, is to my left. And because of how like my desk is shaped, like the opening for your legs is on the left, and to the right there's like drawers, so I can't like move over to the like further away from the computer. And my mic can only like the clamp only fits on the very edge of the desk, so I can either have it all like over here on the left, or it'd be over on the right, and it'd be really far away from me, so I have to put it here. But that means that my mic is like right over top my computer. I am very sorry. I wish I knew what to do about it, but I don't. My computer's like 10, 11 years old, so I don't really know what to do about it. But anyways, so Simon and his 3 brothers came in. Simon and Theodore, and you hear Simon and Theodore, and you're like, oh, and they're gonna have like Alvin. They're gonna be named after the chipmunks or something. No, it's Simon, Theodore, and then like William. And I don't remember the other brother, but we don't know how old he is. He is very white in the face, like he's really old, but his teeth, like, they're guessing that he could be anywhere between like 4 to 7 years old. They have no idea. But they're like, he's not as old as he looks. But he's a Corgi Chihuahua mix. He's got like the really big ears and like the wider face of the Corgi, but he's got kind of like the buggy eyes of the Chihuahua. I'm not a huge Chihuahua fan. I keep calling him a bat. If I could rename him, I would call him Bruce for Batman. Because when his ears are up and he's just like staring at you with like his wide little buggy eyes, he looks like a bat. But this dog is terrified of everything. I have had him since Tuesday, and I still can't get him to come to me. I can't get him to show like any interest in me whatsoever. So I don't know how long I'm supposed to have him until basically I can get him out of his shell, but I don't know how long that will take, because like, I mean, he's never had human affection. I totally understand, like, dude has had a rough life. I get it. But I was kind of hoping it would be more of like a situation with like Tessa and Tara. If you remember back in September, I had 2 German Shepherd pups that had also come from a hoarding case, and they were one of like 350, or they were 2 of 350, and they had never like been outside before. And I don't know the details of Simon's case. I just know that I knew the details of theirs, but I don't know the details of Simon's. But, like, once they got used to me, they were, like, my shadows, and I was kind of hoping the same thing would happen with Simon, that he would, like, see that I'm not a threat, and that, like, I'm okay. But he's also a lot older than the pups were, and I get the feeling, life has been a lot more cruel to him, because, like, again, he's, like, terrified of everything. And I don't know, he shakes a lot, and I don't know if that's the Chihuahua in him, if he's cold, or if he's just like genuinely terrified. I get the feeling it's kind of a mixture of all 3. But I have his kennel set up right next to my bed, and I've had like a special needs, like as far as like behavioral, I've had one foster that came from the ASPCA Behavioral Center, and she was 4 years old, and she needed something called a safe space. So they gave me like a really big pet kennel, the shelter did, and they basically gave me instructions on how to set up this safe space. So I did the same thing for Simon. You take like a kennel, and then I covered it with a comforter, with like a thick comforter, so that it was like dark. And then I just like leave it open. I have like a puppy pad set down, and then I have like a blanket, and then he has like, they gave me like a little dog bed for him, and like a food and water bowl. So like the food and water bowl stood over on top of like the puppy pad, because he is really bad about knocking his water over. He does it all the time. And then like he's always on his puppy pad, on the dog bed. He's always on it. He's always sleeping on it. And I don't know, like he doesn't leave his kennel unless it's to pee or poop somewhere in my room. Like, it has been impossible to get this dog to go to the bathroom outside, and he doesn't know any better. I get it, but like, he is a male dog, so he lifts his leg and pees on stuff instead of like squatting and peeing on the carpet, which I honestly kind of prefer, because like, he keeps peeing on like my bed skirt. I can't get my bed skirt off of my bed by myself. I have to have somebody come in to help me lift the mattress so I can pull the bed skirt out from underneath the mattress. And then I don't even, like, I definitely can't put it back on by myself. There's no chance that would happen. I am not strong enough for that. So I'm not gonna wash my, like, I've just like sprayed like stain removal stuff on my bedspread, which kind of stained the bedspread still. Like, it got rid of like the pee stain, but now you can just tell that like the bedspread has gotten wet with something. Because I kind of overdid it. But yeah, I will have to do some cleaning when he is gone with this bedspread. I'm gonna have to like make sure that gets cleaned. But I keep trying to take him outside, and like the other night he was actually like wandering around on our back deck, but like underneath our deck I could see him going under there and not coming back out. And I would not be able to get this dog out, like, for the life of me, because I wouldn't fit. And so I'm like terrified. I would prefer to put him out on the deck just to kind of let him get used to being outside, see if that would kind of make him realize, hey, this is where I go to the bathroom. But I don't want to leave him outside because he does know how to do stairs. Not very well, but he does know how to do stairs. And I don't want him getting stuck under the deck. That is my main concern. So I will update you guys on my Simon scoop or whatever some other time. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I don't have any screenshots. Those will be in the next part. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I have my gaming channel link down in the description below, along with 2 polls. One of them is for my Sims 3 Feed challenge. No, wrong challenge. I have 2 polls. Just go check them out. I'd appreciate it. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.